It's been well over a month since I've released my Misaka Mikoto's Best Girl video, and ever since then, I haven't been able to think of something else to top the cinematic masterpiece that was Misaka vs. Taiga. There's actually one person, or rather two, that I have plans for, but I'll keep it a secret for now. In the meantime, while I bottle up creative juices, why not revisit the game that got me into the Dengeki Bunko game series in the first place, Crossing Void. So, I know I said that I would quit the game or something, but this is a special occasion because I was actually contacted by the folks in Crossing Void who were nice enough to ask me to talk about the summer event for 2021. And you know, despite my grievances, I do hold a special place in my heart for this game, and I think it's cool to be reached out. Now, I vaguely remember the summer event from last year, and I had a suspicion that they were going to introduce a new one this time, and I guess I was right. Now, before I talk about the event in specific, there are some things I want to briefly point out since it's been months since I've seriously engaged with this game, and there are a few changes. Some I already knew, like the Elementium system. Before, I had no idea how it worked, but now I sort of do. You first need to unlock it with blue rated star leveling items, pretty simple, but then you get greeted with new stat attributes to upgrade, some of them requiring these new items called E-crystals, others you have to use souls. It's all very new to me. I still need some time to better understand how to even begin to manage this since I'm not even sure what E-crystals even are. Though what probably surprised me the most was the fact that apparently characters can now grow beyond level 60. That used to be the cap when I last checked. I guess this means that my top tiers can still grow if I utilize them, which, trust me, speaking as a level 80 player, I really felt my strongest characters getting cucked from earning experience points, so this is actually a good thing. But anywho, let's talk about the summer event. Now last year, there were some events that I recall seeing, but this one we're getting seems to be new. It's called Summer Support, and it's modeled roughly after an RPG-like stat system, which is funny because this is already an RPG, but it's essentially revolving around upgrading stat attributes of a select few characters. Now, it won't actually upgrade the playable versions of the characters. From what I understand, this seems to be a competition where you pick a favorite character and basically collaborate alongside other players to boost their stats. Each character has two preferred attributes, and the way you go about upgrading it is via playing matches that are intended to be training sections, which can then boost their stats. It's all structured in a daily schedule where each date is centered on a certain theme. We're currently on the first round of the preliminaries, next week will be the second round, and the following one will be the climactic race where you'll really put your time and sweat to vote and the champions will be granted fragments. Now, there are only 8 characters participating in this race, and I guess just in case this wasn't clear because I totally have not made it so blatantly obvious, but I'm kind of a Misaka Mikoto stan, and since she's not participating, I actually struggled to find someone to root for at first. In fact, I was initially just kind of testing the waters with everyone because I'll be honest, I think out of all of these, my favorite character is probably Mashiro. But I have to say, the beach outfits really made everyone there enticing. I mean, I don't even know anything about Yukina because I've never seen Strike the Blood, but she looks exotic here. I really wish I didn't have to pick one, but I guess for now I'll go with Mashiro. Now, the level design here is actually a lot more feasible than usual because this time I can choose the difficulty, which was always a bit of a roadblock with other events because you were either too weak to play some of the higher level matches, or in my case, my characters were so strong that the first few matches were usually not that exciting, and I had to do them if I wanted to gain all 3 stars instead of just turning on auto mode. Because of that, this design is more accessible to players of different levels. You're still encouraged to play higher level matches because they do offer more resources, but in terms of leveling up facilities and completing missions, whatever level you pick isn't too relevant. The matches are generally fun, they include limited characters to fight against, and they offer their fair share of unique buffs, debuffs, and other limitations that take advantage of the game's mechanical depth. And since you also have to take into account assist characters to trigger training events, you have to be extra selective instead of just relying on your same trusted characters. The big chatty matches are definitely the advanced training. Those are the ones where I get the most excited, although they're very limited since you need tickets to access them. My only problem is that it seems like leveling up the training facilities doesn't seem to change the design of the matches, at least from what I've observed. Right now, my main goal is leveling up the training facilities as fast as I can, partially because I want to watch all of the rewards. I actually had this mission to get S rank Beach Misaka, but it's a limited character and the gacha event ended very recently. I did get the A rank version of her, so at least now I can say that I have all versions of Misaka, but I still don't have S rank and I'll have to wait another year to get her, which made me feel bad for not collecting Maigo earlier. Right now, my only hope for a reachable goal is Mashiro, which will end in a few days. In the meantime, I'll have to consider ways to invest on Beach Misaka. I might have enough resources to do something with her, but I'm hoping to take advantage of the missions and rewards from this event to gather as much as I can. So yeah, that's where I am right now. This event seems pretty cool. I'm probably gonna stay for a long run. Who knows, maybe I'll eventually gain some motivation to stop being lazy and actually record footage for the best girl or boy video that I'm planning on making. Although given exams, I might have to wait a few weeks. In the meantime, have a nice day everyone.